actually good practicing.
Thank you. Wait, have you heard it?
I could hear it from outside.
Yeah, I like it.
I was at the YCO.
Wait, no. I have.
What is it? Eggs?
Eggs, salmon.
Seaweed rice, just spam.
Are you learning something today?
You're learning eggs?
Yeah.
Real.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
Good afternoon, everybody. How are we doing today?
good.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you, Ethan.
Yeah, no problem.
We have a wonderful. Can we put it down here? Okay, the wonders of electronics, eh? Well, good afternoon again. So, today we're having a cello master class, and it's a great pleasure to invite Mr. Clancy Newman. I hope you all looked up his bio that I sent you in the emails on Friday or Thursday, whenever I sent it, because it's important to sort of know what's going on. And not only is he a cellist, but like so many of us others, besides being a musician, he has a number of other things that he does. He's a writer, he is a composer, and he does lectures, and you know, has a wide range of things he does around his musicality, which is always important to all of us, as well as being a fantastic cellist. So today he will hear two of our students. Our first performer this afternoon is Liyan's son. She is a student of IAME, and she will be playing the prelude to the Bach Suite number 5. Liyan?
fantastic. You're navigating so much of it so well. Beautifully in tune for the most part. Really, really wonderful. Like you really know it. And so I think at this point you can start planning stuff. Bach didn't put in any dynamics, but I think it needs dynamics. It felt a little bit like it was all the same level. And if you can create, you know, mountains and valleys and both in the micro level and also just with the big picture, like moments that are big arrivals, moments that are really soft where there's an energy that's building. I think that it would make it so that it would be more exciting for us as listeners. Because I don't know if you've ever been to a concert where you just sort of, your mind starts wandering as you're watching. It needs to always have a sense of it's building, the tension's building, or it arrived, or it's coming away from something. So I think you could go through and even write in some dynamics.
No, yeah, I do. I just.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The nerves.
Oh, no, yeah. So, like, what dynamics then have you thought about?
I have like.
Oh, I see that. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. That piano there. Yeah. Okay. Well, do you want to just try exaggerating? Let's just hear the beginning then. So the very beginning was forte, or you had written in forte, and then right where you just got to, that was piano, right? So to me, it's not drastic enough, the difference. I wonder if it's possible, if you can go from here, forte, and then really make it quite drastic, the difference. Yeah, let me see here. Here we are. So you know, forte. So piano. So that it's really more extreme. Go ahead and try going from there. Still forte. And even that C right there, I think if it's a little more possibly, then it can set up, and then it's building. It's built. It's you know.
So then I gotta like raise these two together.
I see. Go ahead, try it. Okay, so right here, what is this in terms of dynamics? Right where you just went up on the D string there.
I think it can split here.
Right where you just stopped. Yeah, right there.
You can start soft.
Oh, I think softer. So you had written in a piano that's coming up. I think.
Would this be the arch, like the?
Well, yeah. Because I wasn't sure what your intention was. So it seemed a little. But the problem is that then if you're just a few beats later going to be piano, it takes away from the effect of that piano. If you're able to, then the piano here will be more effective, I think. Go ahead and try it and see if you can keep the volume up right there. Why don't you take it from the big 4-note chord? Yeah, from that. Yeah. a sort of, okay, it's in the dominant, but it's the same as at the beginning. Okay, you wrote a diminuendo into it. And then I'm sort of guessing like what your intention is in terms of, is this arrival then sort of soft, or is it a big arrival? So you wrote a diminuendo.
I think that's only for the end of this bar, and then starting from here.
Yep. And then what do you? And so then you're crescendoing from there.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think you might think that it's clear, the intentions. I think it's just got to be much more exaggerated. And I remember being amazed when I would listen back to myself, when I was younger. I would think, geez, I thought I was doing all this stuff, and I don't hear it. It's amazing how exaggerated you actually have to be in order to make us over here see that, oh, that's what she has in mind. Like you've got to be super clear all the time, or otherwise people start to just lose a little bit of interest. Why don't you try it? Why don't you try? Oh, I don't know, maybe from that. So the tension goes to this chord, and okay, there's the tension, right? And then release. And I understood that. I think it could still even be more exaggerated. I actually feel as though, particularly on the louder side of things, it could be more exaggerated.
Oh, really?
Yeah. To me, it feels like your sort of top level is like, I don't want to say mezzo piano, but not above mezzo forte. And I feel like your top level could be.
So just like it's like a production problem.
Production, yes, but it's also a matter of like, dynamics are not just like sound. It's also character, and like you can still be playing pretty. If you turned on something that measured the decibels, it might sound loud, or it might say it's loud, but it doesn't necessarily project a sense of this is forte, compared to something that has the character. Okay, why don't you go to the fugue, or the somewhat, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Okay, and then why don't you go? Let's see here. Where does it come again? The material. How about from measure 56? Is it? And so what we're trying to do is compare and contrast. Okay, so that's the first statement of it. Okay, now here's another statement. So there it is again. Then flip the. Actually, no, there it is. There it is, right here. Why don't you play from there?
Here?
Yeah. Okay, so what's different about that one compared to the others?
Well, it's like a gradual increase.
Sure. And this one also is in major, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right. So that's another part of it. Okay, then let's see. When does it happen again? When you go to the next page? Okay, let's see. How about this one? Okay, so it's more embellished, and okay, it also has these. Where is this? Where was it? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, and then at the end it has this sort of this little tail end thing that kind of extends a little bit. It keeps going further. Okay, then let's see. Why don't you go 102? Is it? Yeah, right from there. Okay, so then this is the extended tail. So what's a little bit different about this one compared to the very first time? Would you say?
It's I feel like for this like the there's kind of like a overarching kind of sound
Mm-hmm.
to it.
An overarching kind of a sound.
Yeah.
Okay. So the very first time it comes. Okay. So the first time it comes, we have. Okay, and then this one that you just played, we have. So one thing that I think is interesting is that he's gradually separating the voices more and more, right?
Right.
So it's a conversation, right? And now we have, it's like, it's more extreme.
Yeah.
Which, what could that possibly mean in terms of character or how emphatic it might be or something like this? What do you think?
I think it might be like leading up to something, and it's getting more intense.
Yeah, more intense, exactly. And then, why don't you play, let's see here. How about from its measure 196, right near the end? Yeah. Great. So this is the final time, right? And again, he's made an octave greater than it was the very first time in the same key, but now it's even more extreme, the difference between the voices, and it's heading to that sort of strange harmony with the which seems to be this harmony, even though then there's a D natural a second later. But and then there's almost like a cadenza thing that leads to this pedal point. So what do you think about that in terms of comparing that one to the very, very opening of it? In terms of whatever you want to call it, the contours.
Well, I think obviously this compared to the first one is just more extreme, and then this part it's kind of like leading to something more mysterious, which I guess in the end it ends on like major chord, so it kind of leads to that as well.
Yeah, I think definitely. I think it definitely is leading to that. And what do you think about this? What about that?
It's kind of like I don't know, in my mind I think of like a final battle.
Yeah,
to reach
sure.
the goal,
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I think it could have more of that sense of like this is the final time. Yeah. Something that's like, and then with this. right? So that then when you get to the chords, it's so dramatic, so dramatic. If you don't have that sense of like of this, then when you get to here, you know, it's not that exciting.
Yeah.
And you know, the chords are sort of a dead giveaway that you better have gotten it exciting enough so that the grand pause right afterwards makes sense dramatically. You know what I mean? Why don't you try it from like there again, and see if you can really make this exciting. Yeah, so this for me was like the dial on maybe 4. See if you can make it, you know, all the way up, all the way up. Same place. So almost like the two voices that have been going on, you know, the conversation that's happening. They're trying to out almost like shout at each other. Like it's almost at first it was a conversation. Now it's almost, I don't want to say argument exactly, but they're both you know, and then it's like you know, it's really and I think you can be much more extreme. Go ahead and try it. Okay. 4.5 maybe I would say. Keep going. See, really. So I still think it could be even just like crazy exciting. So the notes I was playing, I was trying to give this sense of like what the basses would play if it was orchestrated or something like that, where it's actually quite clear. And then it rises. It's so exciting. It's so exciting. And then this, all these half steps, which you know in the saraband, the saraband takes that idea. I don't know if he was consciously thinking about that, but there's something so sort of heart-rending about these, you know, so painful. It's so, you know, I think it could just be much more. So why don't you take it from the low C pedal point? Why don't you take it from there and see if you can really just build that rising bass line. That's a lot better. And you know, how are we doing for time?
We're just about. We just need to switch real soon.
Okay, real soon. Your very final chord was actually, for me, when I was listening, was the most dramatic part of the whole performance. Because there's something so great about how you're releasing that final chord. It's really got that something that's dramatic that I understand as a listener. I think these other ones could have something like that. So that silence makes it dramatic, There's something about, if you slow down the bow as you're playing the chord, then it dies. But if you accelerate, then you're shooting the sound out there, and you're sort of making it go up in the air, and then it's got that suspense to it.
Yeah.
Why don't you try it from I don't know, right before the chords, somewhere before the chords. Yeah, it's good. It's good. So to me, you came in a little bit early. I mean, it was right. It was right with the timing in terms of you had a metronome on. But if you come in early, or in time even, if you come in drama always comes from being a little bit late. Whenever you're early, there's less drama. So why don't you try it again? And just wait just a hair of time longer. Great. Yeah, that's the idea. That's the idea. Great. Thank you. Especially Bach.
Thank you.
Our next performer is Aaron Liu. Aaron will be playing the Boccherini Sonata Number 6, the first and second movement. He is a student of Priscilla Lee, and he'll be accompanied by Judy Kim.
So, okay, so first movement. I'm curious, like tempo-wise, it's so hard to play slow. Slow is much harder than slightly more moving because the slower it is, the harder to keep the pulse so you can understand it. And it's sort of like 1, 2. When is my third step going to be? Because it's so slow. If it's just if it's slightly more moving, I feel like it might be more easier for us to sort of tell what the rhythm is. It started to feel a little so slow that I lost a sense of the pulse. You want to just start the beginning of it and see if you can just ever so slightly just have more of a sense of pulse to it. That seemed a little more intelligible to me, and it's so slight. It wasn't even that much that you did. It was just a tiny bit. So in that first phrase, is there anywhere where you're thinking of taking time or not? I'm curious.
I guess I don't really have any intentions of taking time.
Of taking time, yeah, because sometimes it's like I can't tell. Like it seems like you want to take time throughout this movement where maybe it doesn't make sense. There's some places where it does. I mean, I could see right there, maybe something possibly, but I almost feel like you're thinking like a little bit of time right there. And I don't know if that makes sense so much. If it's possible to make it so that there's really like a sense of inevitability to the pulse, where it's not like is he wanting to take time or not? Why don't you try it again and see if you can even just keep it moving even maybe a little more. Go ahead. That's great. And I don't mean to say, obviously there you might want to, for instance, let's see here. So and then a little breath. And that's fine. I don't mean to take away from showing where maybe there's a breath or a second half to a phrase, something like that. And I think it's just ever so slightly more moving tempo could make it so that then, well, actually, even just in this phrase, it starts feeling a little bit like that. It's something that's just that little bit of extra tempo, I think, can help make it sound more elegant. Why don't you keep going? Beautiful. Yeah, that's sounding a lot nicer to me. I know, this is very edited, right? Boccherini obviously didn't write, pianissimo. and then a forte, or fortissimo, forte, but like I was saying previously to Liyan, I think you could show more in this piece as well. This movement and the other movement contrast. So pianissimo. And then forte. And then something that really is bigger. You want to try it from the pianissimo? Great, wow, that was fantastic. That was really great, really great. And I think you can. The whole movement seemed sort of like every single moment was like the very beginning even sort of seemed, instead of sometimes maybe it's more simple, so that then when there are these special moments, they stand out more, and each special moment is slightly different. You have this one, and then you have a different kind of special moment. Each one is a little different, and the more you can have different kinds of special moments, I think would be good. Some of them might even have a sense of humor. Even in this one, possibly. I don't know. Like it. Where is it? That kind of stuff. It's sort of all of a sudden these sort of flourishes. You want to try that one and see if you can just have a sort of a smile to that. I don't know where a good place to start is. Somewhere before that. Here, you want to have you can use your music there. Great. It sounds beautiful. Okay, let's maybe the other movement. So I think that it's actors have a sort of a stage whisper where it's crazy. I think actually the difference if you're on stage and you want to say something that is quote unquote soft, you're actually talking quite loud and enunciating from your perspective, but to the audience, it sounds like you're talking softly. So there's a lot of soft stuff in this movement, but even though it's soft, you don't want the audience to sort of be like, "What's he doing? I see him moving around a lot, but I don't really hear it that well." So and this room's not that big, but if you're in a concert hall or something like that, I think a lot of this stuff can get kind of swallowed up, especially when it's D string. So let's see here. Stuff. This kind of stuff. It can start sounding. Okay, yes, pianissimo, but you need to have a stage kind of a pianissimo. Do you want to just try that? So go ahead and try it right there. It's good. I think it could have a little more to it, especially on the D string. The D string is the weakness of the cello. G string too is a little bit weak, the middle strings. So you've got to make up for that by giving it the D string just a little more kind of weight. So it's got a real go to it. You know what I mean? Sorry. Yeah, that's better. That's better. I hear the notes a lot clearer, and you're still projecting a sense of this is soft, but I'm not guessing at what you're doing. And throughout the piece, I really felt this way. And like I was talking about, with the sense of humor, I think this whole movement could have more of a sense of humor, very, very different from the first movement. Although the first movement, like I said, has its humor. So a real. Something that's really, really, really joyful. Go ahead and try it again. Great. So to me, I think you could play just with a little more core to your sound, maybe a little closer to the bridge. Even in the soft stuff, which is on the A string, which is the strength of the cello, I still feel like it needs a little bit. It needs just a little more projection. And the very, very beginning of it, the very first 5 notes, all on the D string, it's really easy to sort of for them to get swallowed. So you need to have a little quarter to your sound. So you really, really hear it. Why don't you try it again? Great. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Yeah. So that it projects, and then even with this stuff, it seems a little like that instead of something that's that's got a little more of outgoing sense to it. Why don't you try it again? Great, that's great. So right here where you just arrived, the character changes, right? I don't know if they, who is it? Is it Chiadi? Chiadi or someone wrote in elegant or something. So I think that, like I was saying in the first movement, there can be different, more of a palette in terms of the characters. So there are different kinds of special. So you've got this, which is that gruff, right? And then not so good, and then again, right? And then you've got, and then it's different again. Then it's like so you've got this, you've got this, okay? And then as it continues, and then gruff again, right? And then okay, and then it really changes to something totally different. Then it becomes something that's different again, and even that moment is maybe more different than all the other stuff, if you know what I mean. So you want to save your most special for there. Why don't you try it from the gruff, from there? What about different? Now gruff. It's really, it's so great. It's so great. Actually, just like I was saying in the Bach, if you give it away too soon, what you're about to do, it doesn't work as well. So, okay, so if you're going to change the sound, when you get to there, if you sort of hint that you're going to change the sound, like if you sort of, if you're playing too much like that, it gives away what's coming up. So you've got to have a little more, so that then when you get to there, it's different. It's different. So maybe just keep the volume up or something like that before it. Why don't you try it from there? Yeah, I think it's. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Really sweet. Great. That's so great. It's so great. So this is one of these D string places where it just gets lost. You really need to have it on the D string. So where is this? So okay. Okay. So here it's so much D string. You need to have a little more core to the sound there, I think. Why don't you try it? Can you go from the elegant? Great. Yeah, so the key, and I think you realize that this is, you're really doing great, is you don't want to use too much bow on the down bows, which is actually good for the D string. Oh,
We're going to have to wrap it, yes.
Oh,
I'm so
okay.
sorry.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Rehearsals.
Oh, I see. Yeah, so if you use a really slow bow, I'm sorry, I'll just finish. Is that okay, so right here, really slow, compact bow on the down bows, so that then you don't have to use too much bow on the up. And so really compact. If you have that compact kind of a bow, then it'll project out there. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. So I guess we should.
Bravo!
Thank you to Mr. Newman for being with us today.
Thank you,
all this
Mr.
wonderful,
Newman.
Direction and help for our
Good.
students. Next week is Outdoor Clef Day. It's viola with Mr. Marvin Moon. Thank you, everybody. Get to your rehearsals so your coaches aren't mad at you.
Mr. Newman.